Hello and welcome back to Coin Matters channel. The second video we have for you today is really intriguing, gentlemen, because an issuer has just come forth talking about not one but two international reserve currencies. Now, let us elaborate on what this might mean for you guys and how everything fits together. This comes from Jim Rickards on June 9, 2023, just in time for the August 22nd BRICS meeting. The next major BRICS meeting is scheduled for August 22nd, and we'll be discussing it then. When our status as an international reserve currency and medium of exchange truly collapses, people around the world will finally have something in common to talk about: the truth. Wow, isn't that strange, you guys? And here we have David Schwartz talking about two reserve currencies in the globe at the same time. The US dollar, the world's reserve currency, will supposedly completely collapse on August 22nd, according to Jim Rickards. Right. It's really cool, guys, to see how everything fits together like this. He added that the BRICS Plus expansion plans are the most significant change to the BRICS system, citing the fact that 8 countries have applied for membership and another 12 have expressed interest in joining the bloc. These latter countries include Saudi Arabia, which played a role in helping to elevate the dollar to the status of global hegemony by establishing the petrodollar system. This unexpected turn of events, Judy Shelton's creation of a gold-backed currency, suggests that gold may make a comeback, albeit in a futuristic sense, in the not-too-distant future. As such, it is clear that she intends a return of gold, most likely within the new system itself. But on top of that, guys, right, cryptocurrencies will be launched, and they'll play a huge part in the new financial system, both as a payment method and a currency that can be used as a reserve asset. Exciting, after years in the making, it will finally begin on August 22nd, 2003. Wow. Now, he warned that if he weren't a non-US official, he'd say that using dollar sanctions too often or too harshly would cause benefactors to stop using dollars altogether. Now, without a shadow of a doubt, these fellas are all on the same side. Let's face facts here and now. Furthermore, everything went according to plan. Let's listen to Davy Shores explain why he thinks this is so ridiculous. Because his pamphlets discuss the prospect of dual use of reserve currencies in the world. Make sure the cell is okay, and then we'll put in the tie and connect everything. Wow, you guys, this is awesome. In my opinion, two global reserve currencies can coexist in the same economy. In my opinion, that is possible. It seems plausible to me that many countries have grown tired of using the dollar as their primary currency. And I believe there are many establishments open to new ideas. And, you know, I don't believe we can. I don't think that one of my possibilities is going to play out rapidly. A wild success, but like one of my own cases. It was all a plan, guys. He just declared that the ACS dollar, not the NACS, is the new reserve currency of the globe. Money held in reserve, correct? If so, why? The reason is because if we give it some serious and focused thought, it becomes quite simple. You do realize that the United States is imposing sanctions on this and that country, right? And they are completely obliterating the opposition. So, these other A-list countries and states are sick and tired of all that has been going on recently. All the more reason to create a fair playing field, right guys? Once again, it appears that the world of the future is well aware of what is about to occur. I have no idea how to govern two major reserve currencies at once. But I have a sense that XRP will be an integral part of the future of the globe. Possible future uses for digital assets include those in which nations come to accept that the US dollar will not always preside as the world's reserve currency. When we first began selling software to financial institutions, I often heard the same argument: why would a bank use something that like you guys were selling them when they could use something that like was made by banks? They failed to foresee that a system that would power the entire planet would be built by just 10 institutions, including Deutsche Bank, HSBC Credit Suisse, JP Morgan Chase, and the like. The other 6,000 banks have them as their primary and most formidable rivals. That's who they despise the most, those organizations. since it will be rigged in favor of them, their biggest and strongest opponents, they will not want to use the system they created and maintain. I believe that the same thing is possible for countries. The United States dollar has been the world's reserve currency for decades, helping the country's economy develop unfairly by leaps and bounds. Naturally, every country would like to see its currency take on this role. But the EU, Russia, and perhaps one or two others are the only ones with a shot at maintaining our position. However, most nations recognize that it is quite unlikely that their currency will become the next global reserve. Since they have major geopolitical opponents, they may prefer a currency that they have little say over to one that is dominated by a single power. And so, that's, like, the main thing. Intriguing in the sense of a money. That's not good or bad, dudes. Fascinating. You may express the same meaning in any currency. Right? Everything points to any XRP around? While XRP has some promising features, I don't anticipate it becoming a global reserve currency very soon. In a moment, we'll continue this, and it'll get much crazier than it already is. The strangest part is that it started with Ripple.com itself, all the way back in the distant past. They mentioned the Ripple state, and most importantly, we're still dedicated to the one and only objective of commercializing XRP in healthcare. XRP is the reserve digital currency of the world and the currency of digital assets. Wow. Do you people really think this is it? Just saying. Right. The economist I heard talking about this, though, said that this point might be the game changer. The video was uploaded recently, today, to be precise, and in it he explains why a global reserve currency is not the same thing as a global currency. I'll elaborate. They might give $, as an example of a global reserve money, but what if there is also another currency? Is this the global currency? Right. To illustrate, consider the cryptocurrency XRP. When I say global currency, though, I don't mean XRP transactions at retail stores. Every day, I mean, XRP is working behind the scenes, right, transferring value all over the world. What is the most important factor? The banking industry is directly responsible for the existence of our current system. The banking systems around the world are now aware. If XRP enters the new financial system and circulates globally, it will be known as a world currency. What a strange thing. That means there is now a global currency as well as a global reserve currency. However, the Ripple team has publicly said that creating a global reserve digital currency using the XRP token is a high priority. Strange, and David Schwartz comes up with the idea that two of them might exist at once. This, he added, is why we require a currency-neutral solution. The world is sick of it. We need a currency that doesn't care who it helps or hurts. In a sense, that's agnostic. That's XRP, which is weird if you ask me. I guess that's why people came up with cryptocurrencies in the first place. The scope of the plans is much wider than we had anticipated. Ever thought they weren't completely bonkers, if you ask me? Continue. So, it's kind of like a country whose rulers are their main geopolitical adversaries. That's the kind of thing I'm not going to do. Since they have major geopolitical opponents, they may prefer a currency that they have little say over to one that is dominated by a single power. And so that's, like, the best case scenario for the various digital assets, in my opinion. If these nations are thinking, okay, well, the US dollar can hold on forever, but it's not going to be our currency because no one's gonna want to repeat the US dollars, didn't you know? Then you should know that nobody in the EU wants you to replace the dollar, right? Not a soul would. Russia hopes to replace it with the ruble. Exactly. That's strange, no? David Schwartz is once again making the point in a very direct way that it is crucial for there to be no bias in the approach taken. They're afraid of repeating the errors of the past with the US dollar, which, if you ask me, is a bit strange. Actually, nobody except from China wants the yuan to replace the dollar. As an alternative to a currency controlled by their most formidable geopolitical foe, perhaps they might agree on a currency that nobody could control. That's the most likely outcome, if you ask me, but the real question is how to get everyone on board. I mean, they might agree with you on that point. Okay, let me tell you the truth. During a time of crisis, you say? Things fall apart, new developments occur, yet ultimately, the global situation is critical, and you must act immediately. Have we not tried that out in a pilot program already? That has already proven effective. Odd again. This is an equally out there theory. Put together a movie of your speculations, guys, but I'm not sure how far we can go this. Once more, how long will this take if this is the final objective? I don't know if it's financially prudent to worry about the year 2520 or the year 30 decades after that. Option is that the dollar's geopolitical competitors opt for a new alternative currency that isn't merely a substitute for the old boss, even if it does make a number of Bitcoin investors wealthy. I don't think it's set up to add or subtract excessively. In a positive way. It's been really nice chatting with you. I have a single inquiry. Amazing, in a way. That's completely ridiculous. Just yesterday, he was desperately trying to end the call with you. Like I stated, he talks too much. Wow. You see why it's so out there. That has completely blown my mind, guys. I can't believe what he just said at the conclusion. For those of you who may have missed it, David Schwartz said something to the effect of, if that happens, right, to make a bunch of cryptocurrency people rich, I don't think they'll see that as a minus. He himself admitted as much. Let's assume the collapse has occurred and everything is moving at breakneck speed. We also have two global reserve currencies and well-implemented cryptocurrencies. It's a digital money designed to enrich the owners of other digital currencies. Which money is he referring to? Right? XRP is probably the problem here. We warned you that they don't give a damn. If you strike it rich, fellas. Is it important for you to know that there's a catch? That's a negligible cost to introduce a new furniture system. How can we persuade people to comprehend this? Right? Just how the hell did they do that? This new currency, this new financial system will be around for generations, right? How does that sink in for people? To achieve this goal, they must pay a negligible sum, whether it takes a year or a century. The cost is negligible, and the reward is immense for those who have chosen to invest in cryptocurrencies. This will happen amid a devastating crisis, but when exactly I have no idea. But if this turns out to be the final objective, then perhaps David Schwartz accidentally revealed it. Again, perhaps she has community-oriented feelings, and if he comes out and releases it, everything works out. Probably going around non-disclosure agreements and all that. Maybe, maybe not, fellas. Once more, it's a sight to behold knowing that, at the least, he might not punish us and never finish us, guys. That settles it. It's all over today. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.